What if we told you that The Simpsons, yes, the animated comedy, might just be one of the most accurate fortune tellers of our time? From predicting Donald Trump's presidency to forecasting everything from smartwatches to viral pandemics, this long-running show has built an eerie reputation for seeing the future before it happens. And now, in 2025, some of their most shocking predictions are starting to feel all too real. In this video, we're diving into 5 jaw-dropping predictions from The Simpsons that are beginning to line up with the world we're living in today. Get ready, this will blow your mind. Number 5, holographic communication becomes reality. In the same 1995 episode that predicted smartwatches, The Simpsons also showed holographic video calls, where characters communicated with floating 3D projections instead of screens. Back then, it was pure sci-fi. Fast forward to 2025, and that tech isn't just real. It's about to go mainstream. This year, Apple, Meta, and startups like Looking Glass and Portal have all showcased holographic communication systems. Apple's Vision Pro has added experimental features for spatial video calls, and Meta is piloting a system that lets users appear as full-body holograms in VR and AR environments. No headset required on the other end. Even crazier? Japanese and Korean tech labs are developing touchable holograms using ultrasonic waves to simulate texture. Imagine FaceTiming someone and feeling their handshake. By late 2025, select Fortune 500 companies are planning to test holographic boardrooms, where CEOs can attend meetings across continents as life-size projections. Number 4, AI and automation overhaul. In Season 23, Episode 17, titled Them Robot, Mr. Burns fires all of his human employees at the nuclear plant and replaces them with robots. At first, things seem efficient, but chaos soon follows. The robots, while perfect in logic, lack emotional intelligence, humor, and morality. The result? Total collapse. Now let's zoom into 2025. We're living in a time where AI is rapidly replacing human labor in nearly every sector. Self-checkout kiosks are replacing cashiers. AI tools are generating news articles, screenplays, and even therapy sessions. Warehouses are increasingly automated, and major companies are reducing headcounts while investing more in machine learning systems. People aren't just worried about job loss anymore, they're talking about an identity crisis. What happens to society when work is no longer a human domain? Experts are already warning about the ethical vacuum in AI decision-making, similar to what The Simpsons dramatized years ago. Number 3, virtual reality's deep integration. In Season 28, Episode 2 of The Simpsons, titled Friends and Family, Mr. Burns hires the Simpson family to be his virtual reality companions. Each member wears a VR headset, living inside an artificial world so engaging that it begins to replace real relationships and interactions. At the time, the idea seemed exaggerated, a humorous look at a tech-obsessed future. But jump ahead to 2025, and that future is very much here. Thanks to groundbreaking devices like Apple's Vision Pro and Meta's increasingly immersive VR platforms, millions of users now spend hours a day inside digital environments. People are working, socializing, dating, and even attending therapy sessions in virtual spaces. The line between the physical and virtual worlds has blurred. We've entered the era of digital embodiment, where your virtual self might hold more influence than your real one. And it's not just entertainment anymore. Entire industries are being reshaped. Virtual real estate, virtual fashion, virtual offices. These were once punchlines in The Simpsons, but today they're billion-dollar sectors. Number 2, environmental catastrophe. In the Simpsons movie released in 2007, the town of Springfield is struck by an environmental disaster after Homer pollutes the local lake. As punishment, the EPA traps the entire town under a massive glass dome, isolating them from the outside world. The absurd solution was played for laughs, but the root cause wasn't funny. Unchecked pollution and environmental neglect. Fast forward to 2025, and the environmental issues foreshadowed in the movie are no longer fictional. Global warming has intensified. We're seeing record-breaking heat waves, uncontrollable wildfires, and rising sea levels threatening entire island nations. In the US, climate-related disasters in 2024 alone cost over $100 billion in damages, and cities are adopting extreme climate adaptation policies just to survive. In many ways, the world feels like it's under an invisible dome, facing the consequences of decades of environmental disregard. From California's water shortages to Europe's deadly heat domes, the Springfield scenario isn't far-fetched anymore. It reflects real-world fears. Will climate collapse force governments to impose drastic, even dystopian solutions? Could certain areas become uninhabitable? Number 1, Mars colonization efforts. In Season 27, Episode 16, The Simpsons aired an episode titled The Marge Ian Chronicles, where Lisa Simpson volunteers to be part of the first human mission to colonize Mars. As always, the episode mixed satire with science fiction. questioning whether humans are truly ready to abandon Earth in search of a new home. In 2025, that question no longer seems theoretical. SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, has continued developing its Starship program, conducting successful test flights and preparing for unmanned missions to Mars within the next few years. NASA, China's CNSA, and private firms like Blue Origin are all accelerating Mars-related projects. The goal? Human presence on Mars within the 2030s, a target that once sounded like science fiction but is rapidly becoming plausible. Beyond just reaching the red planet, conversations are now turning to terraforming, agriculture, and building permanent habitats. There are even sign-ups for private space missions and educational programs preparing future generations for interplanetary living. And here's where The Simpsons nailed it again. The episode doesn't just explore the logistics of space travel, it questions the emotional and ethical readiness of leaving Earth behind. Lisa, full of idealism, ends up questioning the very mission she championed. So what do you think? Coincidence, clever writing, or something deeper? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos connecting pop culture with the real world in surprising ways.